Hey, welcome to another session. Let's get right into it. So, I have three, seven, three, four. This should be the eighth streak. I don't know why I reset it, but today's the eighth day that we've been studying live. So, what I will do is pop right into Anki if I can find it. There it is. Not Anki, I meant remembering the Hanzi. So I bought this a couple days ago after reading around the Reddit and other forums and blogs. And what it came down to is I had a difficult time recognizing characters, and that was uh, making it difficult for me to memorize and recall what the vocabulary I was studying. And so I needed to separate the study or study the character alone and then supplement it with lexirise, which is where I mine the word and the sentences, and then it puts it through its own uh, space repetition system for me to study. But I was having a difficult time memorizing the word was in, that were in those decks, and so what it came down to it was me not knowing the character made it difficult for me to recall what the vocabulary what the vocabulary was for each character, and it also made me, you know, uh, stumble a lot trying to remember the meanings for each of the vocabulary, and 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 this is where I'm at. I bought Hanzi, this book, a couple days ago. Got the Kindle version, and so I'm doing about 20 characters every day. So we're looking at what uh 20 characters, what the 20, about what, 600 characters each month. So about 1,800 characters. And then maybe on some days I can squeeze, a few more. But in 100 day, I should be hitting 2,000 characters. So we're looking at January, February, March, sometime in March. And and I like to joke that if I can keep this up longer than March before everyone who started Red Resolution starts selling their treadmill on Facebook Marketplace around March, if I make it past March, then I would have, outdone everyone. So I wouldn't become just another statistic, someone who set a New Year resolution and never followed through with it. So this is where I'm at. I'm using remembering the Hanzi, and supplementing it with lexirise, which is the which helps me learn all the words I need to read certain webtoons. Because right now I'm mining the vocabulary. The vocabularies I'm mining are from the mercenary webtoon. No, not mercenary webtoon. I think it might be the Murim Alliance Lord, uh, in Chinese instead of Korean. So I'm gonna get started. We're gonna, whatever I have to say, what I didn't remember to say, I'll just, stop myself and then talk about it as I'm studying. And yesterday, I stopped at companion, companion. Among nature's bright lights, there are two that the biblical story of creation has God set in the sky: the sun to rule over the day and the moon to rule the night. bright, 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 for the bright insight of the clear thinker, and the moon, the bright intuition, the poet and the seer. I don't think I'm getting the visual for that one. The bright insight of the clear thinker. Oh, got a piece of hair in my mouth. The bright insight of the clear thinker, which is the sun, and then the moon is the bright intuition. Bright intuition, bright insight, intuition, insight, moon, aha, light bulb going off, ding, yeah. And then we have the the moon, the intuition, the moon. I'm imagining one of those the side characters where they're kind of in the background and they have this like a cute intuition, and they're kind of like know what's going on around them. Or when I think of the moon, I think about this the same the the whole the color scheme, the vibe of that meme where the guy with the glasses, the first frame, he puts his hand like he's just looking. He looks normal. In the second the frame, he pushes his glass up, and then he has this like how would you describe kind of like that. I'm not gonna do it on camera. That yeah. So okay, bright thinker, bright intuition of the poet and seer. Okay, and check this out. We have a whiteboard here that I can practice. I need to get a touchpad for this, so I'm not using the mouse to write the characters. Yeah, I'm hoping as I get better at this, getting into the habit of streaming daily, I can start making individual videos on my channel, just covering some of the things that I'm learning, maybe some certain content, webtoon reviews, whatnot. Just talk about things, the whole and subculture that I'm drawn to in from China, Japan, and South Korea, which is also my main driving force for wanting to learn CJK, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. And these study sessions are like this, where I go, I talk with you, I get back to studying, and then I get sidetracked and I have something to talk about, or I'm thinking out loud, and you kind of follow along and see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and what I'm thinking, what's on my mind, and maybe that'll give you enough motivation saying, hey, the guy studies like that. That's what how he's thinking. Dude, he sounds so lame, or it's kind of stupid, or he's doing this really slow. Like if he can do it, then I can do it too. So that's my goal. Okay, my goal is to tackle this live. Everything I'm learning, I'm only learning it when I'm on the stream. Once I get off, I stop learning. So every time each day I hop on stream, I'm resuming my study from the previous day. So that's the only time that I'll be studying. So you're going to get to see someone who's learning multiple language live on stream. Okay. So you get to follow me and you get to actually see me, you know, uh, either fail really hard or become fluent and somewhat competent in reading and listening, and hopefully conversation too. Conversationally, you know, uh, decent. Yeah. And I think personally, that's the appeal that I think these streams would, reason why I think these streams might appeal to some people who hop on and join. Otherwise, I'm doing this also for accountability too. Because each day I come on here after work and I'm exhausted, but I still, put in, put in, you know, push through. Just like yesterday, I was so exhausted. I couldn't think straight, but then I hop on, and then it was just in between the session, I couldn't recall the words I was studying, and then my 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 concentration was weaving in and out. I had brain fog. I couldn't think clearly, nor was able to memorize what I was studying. But there were moments where I had this crazy mental clarity. I don't know what that was all about, but I, I guess that's one of the appeal about watching someone study live. There's really, like I'm exposing everything that I do, even the stupid, all the, me pondering every hiccup, obstacle, challenge, and literally everything. Just like how I'm rambling right now. You know, this is just live stream of me talking, trying trying to not entertain because the stream is supposed to be absolutely boring. And if you want to watch a guy try to learn 3 languages and see what he's doing, then this is it. I'm just rambling by now. Okay. Cool thing is I don't have music, so you can just turn on the Spotify and then work on your stuff while watching me push through, study, do something. The 3 mouths like a flashlight consuming things. Okay, go. 3 mouth for goods. 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 Alright. I got sparkling. Diamond sparkling. Okay. 3 sun makes sparkling. Think of diamonds. And we got. Wonder if I could do that. Okay. Prosperous. 2 suns. Sunny, prosperous sky. Sunny, prosperous. Prosperous, prosperous. You have one mouth. Make it choir. Sing, sing. One mouth making no noise. The choir master. 2 mouths wagging tongues. Sing, 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 sing. Okay. Okay, we got choir master. One mouth not singing. And then 2 mouth sing, sing, sing. Early. So sun and 10. First flower of the day is early. Okay. So we have that. Let's see. That. Sunflower for early. Imagining sunflower, the first sign of the sun, and then a flower, sunflower tilting up and then shooting up towards the sun. Early riser. Early, rising early. Okay, this primitive takes the meaning of sunflower. Rising sun. 9 and then the sun. Okay, baseball is it's pretty popular in Japan. So land of the rising sun. Baseball catching on. Japan becoming has caught on in Japan. Land of the rising sun. Okay, we do that, that, that. There we go. And then we do that. There we go. Rising sun. Generation. 10 plus 10 plus 10. Ten, 10, plus 10. Okay, let's do that. So we do that, and that. 10 plus 10 plus 10. There we go. We're going generation. 10 plus 10 plus 10. Stomach. Mm. Blueberry almonds make up this character. Brain from rice field. Primitive for brain and flesh, part of the body. Brain being held up by the flesh, the stomach, working orders, the stomach. Okay, stomach. Where was I? Okay, do that, that, and then there we go. Stomach, daybreak. So that was pretty fast. We're already 10 words into it. So we got 10 more after this. Oh, we should be good. Maybe I can try hitting 50 for today. Maybe 25 a day. Would that be too ambitious? Let's see, 25 a day. We do it for 3 months. It's about done 2250 words. So that means that we do, would it be, 2,000 words and then 25 a day, 80 days, so about a couple months and a half. Yeah, two months. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll stick to 20 since I still want to save. I want to make sure I have time to go through lexirise, because that's really where I'm going to be learning all the words that are going to be relevant to me when I go to read webtoons or Chinese web novels. Okay, daybreak. We have one or floor and sun peeking over the horizon, which is pretty much what this character depicts. And sun poking its head out through a hole in your floor. However, you have because I remember this character. Okay, think of it like the Tommy mat, floor, and then there just happened to be someone poked a hole on the tatami mat with their fingers, and it just happened to be a tiny sun getting pushed out of the tatami mat, and it just as it's coming out, it starts to expand and get bigger and bigger, marking the sign, obvious sign of daybreak. Okay, do that, and then daybreak. Cool. It's supposed to be the easiest to recognize for their form. Oh, okay, easiest to recognize, not to write. You couldn't have asked for a better keyboard. Concave, convex, concave, convex. Concave. Just learn how to write it. That. Okay. Go that, that. Concave. And even call it this thing from the vex. Vec. The one, one, two, three, and then 4, 5. Okay, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Convex, concave, convex, convex. Okay, a drop off. Oh no, arsenic in your mother's and in-laws coffee. A drop of. The meaning of this primitive is obvious from the first moment you'll look at it. Okay, a drop of. Drop. Okay, okay, right to left, right to left. A drop, a drop, a drop, drop, drop. Or sometimes like that. Drop, 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 drop. Okay. All right, next, walking stick. Walking stick. wo, wa, wa. Or we got Japanese watashi. And the boku. See, that's what happens when you watch too much anime and Japanese drama. You don't understand it, but you do understand it from consuming so much content. Pairs with the connotation. Okay. The murder, oneself, oneself. That, that, that. Hopefully, I'm doing it correctly. Like, I don't think it's from left, right, which would be kind of awkward. Would make sense from right to left or top, down. Yeah, there we go. Oneself. 34. White. So then we got eyedropper, the sun dropping in the sun to turning it white instead of yellow, white. Single drop of sun spells white. Oh, a single drop of sun, and it's so bright, and it turns everything white. Think of Gandalf, right? When he appears, got this, bright light behind him, uh, glowing around him, and it blinds everything. Paints everything white. There we go. This character retains meaning. Okay, white bird or dove. That's cute. Okay, white. All right, white, white. Look, we're almost there. We're 5 characters away from finishing this today's remembering the Hanzi character recognition session, part of the session. When the Japanese borrow the Chinese characters, they often play with their shapes to find interesting connections. One from 100. Track 1 from 100. Get 99. For his 99th birthday at the start of the white year. Soap. 100. White. Soap. Okay. Soap. And after this, I'm going to open up Anki and cram yesterday's RTK cards I studied, along with today's 20 cards on top of that. 37. Oh, 37. So I was thinking for this character, old or middle, I was picturing a man with a stick, almost like a bamboo stick cut in half, like uh the uh the ponds or the well in a Japanese garden, and you have the water coming down it, and then every each time it like hits one part of it, and then it goes back again, right? Once there's no water and it needs to wait for the next drip and go t t t t. But then that bamboo down someone's throat all the way down in their stomach, so you can continue shoving food or sliding food down there. Okay, 100, soap, old, middle. Okay, and we have 1,000. Okay, we have earlier we had generation, and now we and then previously we had 100, because 1 minus 100 is 99, which is the start of the white here. 1, you have the character for 1, and then white for 400. And then this time we have 10, a needle, and 1. That, that, that. 1,000. We have tongue. 1 tongue, sharing a common tongue. Think about 1,000 tongues being passed around to mouth. Just person sticking their tongue into other people's mouth. Oh my god, that's yeah. Don't think about it. Don't think. Don't picture it. Oh, it's so unsettling. So unsettling. Unsettling. Tongue. Okay. Litter. Okay. Yeah, we're good. 20. That's 20. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Okay. Yeah, we are done with studying from the book. That's 40 characters from yesterday and today. Not the sound, or not the sound of the character, or exactly how to use it, but enough to recognize it if it shows up in lexirise. So now next we're gonna do Anki. See if we recognize, we can remember. All right, let's do Anki. Okay. All right, let's do I. Yes, I. Literary I. Month is written that way. month, flesh, month. No, is it moon, month? Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, what happened? Back temple has a private phone Hanzi, but there's no field. Oh, what happened? That's not good. Maybe I should edit. Hanzi. Yeah, weird. Maybe I can do a cancel. Found Hanzi, but there's no field called Hanzi. Hanzi. I don't see that. Where's the Hanzi field? Yeah, I don't see where they have the Hanzi. I don't know what they're talking about. Found Hanzi, but there's no field called Hanzi. Back template has problems. Weird. Which one is this? 1,000? The 10 mouth? 10 mouth? Did we come across this word? 18? 18? I don't remember coming across that one. Let me see. Mouth and then needle. Mouth, needle. Mouth, needle, mouth, needle, mouth, needle, mouth, needle. Oh, leaf. 10. 10 leaves in a mouth. Leaf. Okay, we did come across them. I'll go ahead and say good. Rice field. Like ancient 10 on top of mouth, which shapes like a tombstone with ancient engraving. Yes. Uh, we got there's a 5. Yeah, 5. 5. Mouth. Literary eye. 1. Okay. Leaf is mouth. And then, yeah, I'm drawing the character. This tracing the strokes for each character with my fingers, just visualizing, picturing it in my head. Leaf, recklessly. There's something about moon, 2 moons. How about that? Was it 2 moons? No, it wasn't 2 moon. Something about flesh. Moon, acting recklessly. What kind of moon? What kind of moon? What kind of moon? That. Is it 2 moons? No, old moon, ancient moon, ancient moon. Okay, ancient. Yeah, recklessly. Companion would be two, two, 2 moon or flesh character. There we go. Yeah, and then this a month. Yue, month. We have mouth. Ko, I, the I is like sun, but with 2 inside stroke. Was that it? I? Okay. And then 6 is the top hat with the animal legs. Right. And then we got rice or brain. Rice. Rice field. We got ancient. Okay. And then we have. So I know this one. This one is leaf. Right. Feeding someone, taking, consuming 10 leaves to be as a form of concocting medicine or swallowing the medicine instead of concocting it the right way. Okay. Recklessly, we have a moon turning a man into a werewolf. That's reckless. Rolling around and kicking and smashing things recklessly. Ancient moon. There we go. Ancient. Yeah. Sun. Day. Day. Mouth. Okay. Do day. We got eye. We have day. We have eye. 5 mouths. And it's a literary eye. Okay, we got month. A rice field. We got ancient. We have reckless. And which one is this one? It's having a problem like that. Oh, this one's leaf. Right, leaf. We should just put the leaf back template brown. Is there a way to switch to the back? Maybe there is. Field. Cards. Oh, there we go. Hanzi. Where's the character Hanzi? I don't see it. Oh, back template. Okay, what about if I do this? If I undo and I study this at the cards and back has traditional opinion keyword Hanzi, stroke count Hanzi, stroke count Hanzi, text Hanzi. Oh, this is traditional. I don't know if anymore. Thought that was simplified. I don't know why it says traditional. Now I'm even more confused. Okay. This one is supposed to be a leaf. But I don't know why it's not showing up the leaf. Okay, now I can go to cards and I look at back template. Gets the Hanzi and I got text Hanzi. And then it goes I do a traditional, huh? Do traditional. Might be able to load. Card template 3 has a problem. Type is not found. Filled Hanzi not found. Filled. Yeah, weird. Don't do this for now. I'll check it when I get a chance. Discard. Close. Okay. Let's just say I did good. I know what leaf is. I remember. Okay. Mouth. Moon. Or month. Leaf. Rice. Patty. Rice field and an eye. Companion. Recklessly ancient, and then we do have moon, mouth, eye. That's straightforward. Ancient. Got leaf. We have day. Okay, cool. Yeah, look at that. Spent what, 30 minutes on that? That's pretty solid. Got 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes to study 20 cards for RTK, or using RTK. Took 45 minutes to study RTK. I think if I wasn't talking so much in the beginning, might be about 35 minutes, roughly 35 minutes per session. It's not bad if you think about it, unless it's, I know there's going to be more and more words down the line. So 35 minutes might just end up being like almost 2 hours of study time. Yeah, so we got that out of the way. Let's head over to lexirise and try to cram some of the words that I added. Review some of the words. All right, let's start the session. I don't know why I have 5 only. Middle, center, in, among, within.
中
Zong.
中
Hey, isn't that cool? That's what we just learned in RTK. And now we're learning the sound for the character and what it means. Middle, which we already did, but now there's more meaning. Middle, center, in, among, within. And so we would do Among Us, right? The game, would that be Zong, and then us would be, I know I came across the word yesterday. Zongwei. It might be a different word. So, Among Us.
中
Draw and paint, draw and paint, draw and paint. Oh my god. Trying to figure this thing out. Draw and paint. Yeah, I don't remember this.
画
Wow. Draw, paint. Jian. Alive? Real? Front, forward. Oh my god.
前
Jian.
前
Front, forward, ahead, before, appropriate. Jian. Pass through, undergo, experience.
经
Jing.
经
Jing.
经
Jing.
经经
Jing.
经
Jing. Jing.
经
Pass through, undergo, experience. Pass through, undergo. Zitzen. So close, right?
怎么
Zema.
怎么
Zenma.
怎么
Why? How? Why? Zong.
中
Zong. Zong. Zema.
怎么
Yeah. Draw, paint. Hua.
画
Hua. Hua.
画
Hua.
画
Jian. Jian. Jian.
前
Jian. Jian.
前
Qian.
前
Qian.
前
Like chin. Qian.
前
Chin. Front, forward, ahead. Front, forward, ahead. Chin. Pass through, undergo. Pass through, undergo. What was it? Oh,
经
Jin. Jing.
经
Jing.
经
Jing.
经
Jing.
经
Pass through, undergo. Jian. Forward.
前
Forward. Pass through. Chin. And then Jing. Jing.
经
Pass through, undergo. Pass through. Jing. Undergo. Pass through. Zema.
怎么
Zema. Yeah. Yay. I don't know why I have so little to study today. Let's bump it up to 10 again, huh? 10. See if that changes. Okay. Yeah, let's do. Hey.
和
我
和
和
和
我 peace, harmony, and with peace, harmony. 记
智
G only. Chess. G.
智
Fast, quick, rapid.
快
Quiet. Fast, quick.
收
Show.
收收
Show. Go back to. Oh, I thought I went back. Ming. Watch. Under. Oh. Bright, clear, understand, bright. Oh, we came across this word too for bright when we were studying the characters. Ming, hua, draw. Oh, peace, harmony.
和
Hua, ji, just only.
至
Ji, Ming, 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 bright.
快
Kuai, Ming, bright, understand. Zing, Shuo,
收
Shou, Zing,
成
Zheng,
成成成
Zheng, 成
和
or peace, harmony, peace, fast, quick, fast, quick. Can't think of this one. Qua,
快
quai, quai,
快快
quai, quai, quai. Hua. Was it peace and harmony? Peace and harmony. Okay, peace and harmony, peace and harmony.
和
Hua. Quai,
快
quai, 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 quai. Is that how you use it? Quai, quai, quai. Ming, 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 Ming is bright, understand.
明
Ming, Cheng, Zheng,
成
Cheng,
成
Cheng,
成
become, succeed, accomplish. Cheng, Cheng.
成
Yeah, that wasn't so hard. See, I wish there was a way to sort the card because I want to study more sentence, but it's not allowing me to prioritize which sentence I want to study, or at least sort it or order it by either words or sentence. And if I want to study by prioritize studying sentence, it should use AI or whatever algorithm lexirise has to pull the sentence that's suitable for the word. So I'm actually studying the word in a sentence, and each sentence shouldn't have more than one or two new words that I'm studying. And obviously, in the beginning, I will have to go through a ton of words I wouldn't know, but over time they should lessen to one or two new words per sentence. And I think that's how it should be. From what I've read, that seems to be the most effective. I even went ahead and got a. I remember getting a Chinese deck years ago. It was someone pre-built the Anki deck, and it was a learn Chinese something. It was a 5,000 words, and it was all rearranged where it went up sequentially from the most common words, and you study in the sentence. And so that each sentence they will introduce one or two new words, right? And the first sentence, since if you've never studied Chinese, then it would have more, uh, all the words in a sentence, you wouldn't even understand any of that. So, like, you would be having to learn like 5 words just from that sentence, right? But then, the next sentence and the next sentence after. you build a list of words that you know. So each sentence would only introduce one or two new words because you already know the bulk of the words, right? So there was a deck someone pre-built and I bought from Gumroad for like what, $10? It's been a while, I forgot. Well, I never went through it, and so I might be able to, if I can find out which account I use, my account login for Gumroad, I might be able to pull it up again. But yeah, that'd be nice if I can sort it by sentence and study the sentence, word in the sentence, instead of by itself. Just an observation I thought would be would be helpful. So yeah, wow, today was fairly straightforward. I think that's it. I don't have anything in mind to study. I started earlier. Usually I start at 7, 8. Today I finish up much earlier, and then I was able to hop on and live stream. I'm hoping to do it earlier, but I know I want to be able to keep it consistent at that time. So I might just have to stick to around 5, 6 p.m. I think that's a good time. Yeah. Um, what else? What else? I think that's it. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's any new words I want to study. I clicked on this. I tried to go through the first one. The Otis couldn't understand anything. So, 进步零点赞定位装法打上积极民警有以点点点点栏目以在这里不少出席以吸毒进行就业想见到大
的
的的就业是
学习
谁是这是
重担
重担，这是重担。Yeah, that's so compared to the first day I started this, I couldn't pronounce any of these okay. Like, wasn't sure how to pronounce a Q or a B with the accent mark, pointing up. And I know there's a like the tone marker that's like 1 to what 4 for Mandarin Chinese and Cantonese. I think it's like there's 5 or 6. So, but yeah, so I'm still struggling with the accent mark, but the the letters, at least in Pinyin, I'm able to not easy, but I'm able to sound out some of the letters, which is cool. And it took what today's the 8th day, so that's progress. If I was just look at the overall uh, vocabulary I'm studying, I would it would just self defeatist. Just it, it would be demotivating. But if I what I just did now, I read a couple sentences and now a couple lines, and I was able to uh, sound out the words pretty well, which is awesome. Which is progress I wouldn't even know if I didn't do this. So I get it. It's important to measure your progress to be able to uh, track, measure, monitor, and measure your progress. So then you can look back and see where you're at, and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe like I know that much. I didn't think I knew that much. So yeah, first day couldn't pronounce any of these words. 1 week later, now I'm able to pronounce it, which is pretty damn cool. but I still have a hard time like 双发 forward. Okay, I knew that one. And then 积极 is a support.
支持，
积极 and 明镜 is bright mirror, clear mirror. Ming bright, and then 镜 is mirror. Is it? 镜 is mirror, or is it 镜 is the bright one? No, it's the mirror. Because I remember the character being meaning bright from remembering the Hanzi I was using to study the character. So overall, now what I'm seeing is there's some characters on here that I don't recognize, and I don't, and because of that, I don't can't recall the meaning for each of the words. But so far, I am seeing, you know, tiny progress, and that's good enough for me. It's only been a week. I've gone through 40 characters. I've gone through like what seemed to be 50 plus 100 words that I've been cramming with lexirise. So, what is that? Learning 444. And I don't know how many of the 144 I've reviewed through the flashcard on lexirise. So, that's another day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found some, you got something out of this stream. At least if it motivated you or it made you frustrated and you just want to, say something really mean, that's fine. That's your right. You have the freedom to do that. It'll be mean and rude, you know, anyone in their right mind will at least be affected a little. But this just comes with the territory. I'm on here opening myself up to criticism, so I expect that nothing less. There's just gonna be people who are complete, you know, a holes, right? They get joy out of trolling people, putting people down, and I have some ideas why that might be the case for those people, but that's fine because this is part of me crowdsourcing my learning. And it's still early in my journey, and there's nothing exciting, but I'm hoping this does give people motivation to when if they're on the fence and they want to hop on and study along with me. That would mean so much if there was someone else also studying and doing the same thing, or just chiming in and studying around the same time. So I would love that. And if you know more than me and I mess up or there's something I don't understand or I'm not doing right, let me know because I'm crowdsourcing my learning to you for you to help me. If you're kind enough to provide feedback so I can speed run and cut through all the obstacle and then kind of shortcut my way to mastering Chinese and then Japanese and Korean, then that'd be awesome. With that said, that's another day. Thank you. Wrap it up. I need an outro. I don't have an outro, but yeah, see you tomorrow.